This handsome young man carrying an ice block has just turned 15 years old. Due to his poor family background, he dropped out of school early and made a living by doing hard labor. Wherever he went, he was looked down upon by others. But no one could have imagined that he would become a billionaire renowned throughout the United States, and his wealth originated from this newspaper. The newspaper carried an article about a man named Andrew Carnegie. He also dropped out of school early to earn money. At the age of 12, he started delivering telegrams and was also subjected to the contempt of those wealthy young men. However, in the end, he still became a billionaire. Upon seeing this, the boy swore to the heavens and those snobbish people who looked down on him that he too would become a billionaire. When he got home, the boy took out the newspaper and told his father, "I want to be a billionaire." And his father replied like this, "Listen up, kid. You'll never have money. You can only be one kind of person, and that is the lower class. That's how my father taught me, and that's how I have to teach you too." Listening to his father's unreasonable nonsense, the boy remained silent. Looking at his mother who was seriously ill, he didn't want to live a mediocre life like his father, unable to even afford the money to buy medicine for his mother. He decided to go out and make a living on his own, because he knew that only by making a lot of money could he save his mother. But what he didn't know was that once he left, it would mean that he and his mother would be separated forever. However, without money for a train ticket, he could only secretly climb onto the train that had just started. Just like that, when he woke up from a nap, he arrived in Texas. Then he jumped off the train before it reached the station. He was a bit dazed and didn't know where to go, so he followed a pair of passers-by and came to a small town. In the small town, there happened to be a farmer recruiting workers to solve the problem of food. The boy desperately pushed his way to the front and tried his best to recommend himself to the farmer. But the other party wanted someone strong and sturdy, so the boy turned around and tried to lift the fat man beside him to prove himself. This even made the farmer laugh. Seeing how enthusiastic he was, the farmer decided to take him on. On the farm, the boy met his lifelong best friend, Gus, a down-and-out boy of the same age. Gus was originally born into a wealthy farmer's family, but due to the economic depression, he had to work for others just to make a living. His dream was to revive his family business and become the biggest farmer in Texas. The two young souls, both down on their luck and with difficult fates, formed a bond in this way and encouraged each other. At night, looking at the workers gathering together to play cards, the boy fell into deep thought. He felt that if he only relied on working for others, he would never be able to become a billionaire in his life. In the end, he would just be like these people, idly wasting his time in a muddle. So the boy found the farmer and asked him straightforwardly, "I want to know how I can be as rich as you." The farmer told him that there were many conditions for success, but only by becoming the leader in the circle could one succeed.
These words awakened the boy.
He asked the farmer, "If we finish the work ahead of time, can we save you some money?" The farmer said yes. Then the boy added, "I can finish the work tomorrow. How about you give me a share of the money you save?" The farmer smiled and replied, "I appreciate you, but you can't finish it, Lucy." Early the next morning, when the others got up sleepily to start working, the boy was already gone. It turned out that he had started working at 3 o'clock in the morning and had already figured out the work process. Then he also organized his fellow workers to divide the work and cooperate. One person was responsible for digging the hole, and the other was responsible for installing, just like an assembly line in a factory. The farmer watched him from the side and smiled with satisfaction. Just like this, their efficiency was greatly improved, and they finished the work